On this episode of Lapeef Let's Talk,
is going to tell me that they won't say, no, you can't meet nobody on the app, but they going to definitively, without any shadow of a doubt, say no, that you cannot meet a spouse in church is crazy to me. That is absolutely nuts.
100%.
Go ahead, River, go ahead.
But I do want to say something to Anton. So remember, I don't know if you guys remember because we've said so much after this conversation went on. But I did say there's a no with a comma. And the reason why I wanted to say no with a comma, because I feel like this is an open-ended question. I think it's obvious. Yes, you can find a spouse anywhere. You can find your spouse at the gas station, right? But the reason why I wanted to say no is because there's a lot of faults and flaws as to why it would be harder. Is why I gave my answer as no, because if I said yes and I had all these deflections, I would sound like I'm a crazy person.
Reva, talking about? You didn't give me the alternative. When I asked where's the alternative, it was crickets.
So you're doing the exact same thing that you just said that people in America shouldn't do as it relates to culture.
No, but Kay,
I did say I did say though in the beginning of my statement that I use that term very loosely, because I literally, it's not possible for me to have gone to every single church. Obviously, it's not possible for me to know everybody in them business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not possible. But I'm just saying that I've been to a lot of churches that have, very big congregations with a lot of people, and have heard some things, and it's not like I'm just hearing things just from, I'm not hearing made up stories. It's real life things that actually go on in churches, which is why I made my point. And I also think that it's important that we don't equate spirituality to church, because those two things don't always mean the same thing. You can have a person that knows how to read very well, but it doesn't mean anything. There's a certain connection that some people don't have and some people are born with.
But do you think
that's a whole different conversation, huh?
But do you think that's okay to do that? What if somebody was like, I met several people from this country and they were this way, so everybody is just as like, come on.
But that's why, again, that's why I did say very loosely that I'm saying that. I just know that I've been to a couple of churches to make not a couple of churches. I've been to a good amount of churches to make.
Like how many?
A lot. I honestly can't count because I've been
like
to
120 or over.
Well,
for sure over 20.
But here's the thing: you're visiting these churches, so how are you knowing they business and pastor's business while visiting these churches?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I visited certain churches, but I've also attended churches that like I said, that people I know have worked in and stuff like that. Like, so I definitely know like the intricate details of some of the churches that I'm speaking about. I'm not just speaking just out of thin air. Like, I don't know what church Anton attends, obviously. So I'm not saying that I know exactly what goes on in his church. He just said there's no, P's and S's and all the rest of the alphabet in his circle that he knows about. At the same time, he also has a community within his church of people that are like-minded like him. So there might still be some other people that go to that church.
I think the problem is everybody in church wondering what people doing in everybody's business instead of being there where you're supposed to be, and that's honoring and praising God.
Well, I don't think
these folks' business.
Well, I don't think it's about being in folks' business. I think that
did people take surveys? Like, how many people in here have you pimped? Like, how do you know what anybody is doing?
But I don't think that's
you make assumptions based on gossip and rumors at church. And I'm not even
all right. Hey,
but I just don't think that's fair.
But I don't think that's
okay.
Please.
Go ahead. Final thoughts on this one. I got a follow-up question.
I just wanted to say that I don't think that's a fair statement to say of like being in people's business and all that kind of stuff, just because of the fact that like these are known. I literally didn't ask for any of these facts that I have. It's just facts that I know.
Did you ask the people?
No, I just told you that a woman. And the thing is, if I said names, it would make my argument extremely strong, and everybody would not be trying to negate.
No, really, you want to chime in? Or something you want to say? Hold on, Kay. Hold on.
I just find it interesting this whole time, right? We're talking about churches, right? And we're talking about religion, and everybody's so invested. We're not talking about relationship with God. We're not talking about none of that. We're talking about whether somebody could find a spouse in a building where they say they worship God. And we not validating. And then here's the other thing. Somebody makes a statement and says, this is my observation. And then nah, that can't be right. You can't judge everybody like that. That can't be true.
But why wouldn't we when we do it on every other subject? Why would we?
Well, here's the thing. Because if you look at
clip this specific part.
Listen.
Hold on, okay.
Here's the deal. If what y'all saying is true, then show me the churches in mass where there are predominantly men actively participating in those churches.
I'm about to send you some.
What?
And here's the thing. It's not about someone giving their opinion.
Do you know what in mass means?
No, really. I've got the
I didn't say you
third grader.
I didn't. Go ahead, JR. Do your thing, man.
I just kind of want to ask a follow. Go ahead.
But here's the thing, because again, I'm gonna ask the question: if the church is not a place where you can meet somebody that you would marry, where are the places that you're meeting these people? What's the alternative? Is all I'm asking.
And that is the real question, and that's.
Well, I asked that question in order to make a point, right? Because again, similar to what Courtney is saying, and this is why I say I don't believe in dating. Because you have to be on your purpose in whatever it is that you're doing. You should be building a network with people that are aligned in the direction that you're going in. If you find somebody that is going in that direction, right? And you can find somebody that's going in a direction that you're going in. And listen, it's so funny because, y'all talking about all of these different peoples and pimps and pushers. I say this all the time. You got to get it right once. Nobody told you to go and align yourself with the pimps and the pushers or the women that want to rock with the pastor or whatever like that. There is some dope people in church. It's some dope people in college. It's some dope people that's going to be at the local watering hole. It's dope people everywhere. So for somebody to tell me definitively no, they won't say no that you can't meet somebody at the bar. They won't say no, you can't meet somebody at the club. They won't say no, you can't meet somebody at college. They won't say no, you can't meet somebody here, there, or there. But they definitively is going to tell me that. They won't say no, you can't meet nobody on the app. But they going to definitively, without any shadow of a doubt, say no, that you cannot meet a spouse in church is crazy to me. That is absolutely nuts.
100%.
Go ahead, River. Go ahead.
But I do want to say something to Anton. So remember, I don't know if you guys remember because we've said so much after this conversation went on. But I did say there's a no with a comma. And the reason why I wanted to say no with a comma, because I feel like this is an open-ended question. I think it's obvious. Yes, you can find a spouse anywhere. You can find your spouse at the gas station, right? But the reason why I wanted to say no is because there's a lot of faults and flaws as to why it would be harder. Is why I gave my answer as no, because if I said yes and I had all these deflections, I would sound like I'm a crazy person.
Reva,
talking about.
You didn't give me the alternative. When I asked where's the alternative, it was crickets.